Hello, and welcome to this week's Astro Weather Report and three-card tarot spread. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Desiree. I am your intuitive counselor here at Soulpath Astro. This is a channel for growing, for learning, for self-discovery, for attuning to that pulse, that beat of life that resides within you, and building a life from that place. This is about clearing out the clutter, getting underneath the noise, finding your own inner guidance, your own deep inner well of wisdom, and building a life so deeply inspired from there. I love this. I love these Tuesdays because it's a chance for me to connect to this energy. It's like an opportunity to connect to you. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for being here and sharing your energy with me. I do really appreciate every one of your subscribes, every one of your comments, every one of your video likes and shares. It is so valuable to me, and I just want to thank you and to take this moment to invite you, if you haven't yet and you do find value, to subscribe to the channel. I don't have this commercialized. It's really super important that that I do grow it through subscription. So if that's something that lands, if you don't want to miss a single episode, I drop free videos every week. Hit that notification bell and return here week after week for the love, for the inspo, and for the community. So yes, without further ado, let's talk about the astrology this week. So we've got a lot. I mean, I've been saying this every week, but this is intense. The December energy, generally speaking. So I listen to a few different people, like these are like mentors or teachers or just people that resonate with me. So Lee Harris is one of them. Um, yeah, Pam is another one. There are some really beautiful leaders. Sabrina Lynn with Rewilding. It's funny because I like to tap into what I'm feeling, and then I go and I watch and I listen to these other luminaries that I really admire and resonate with. And it's funny how over and over everyone seems to be tuning in their own unique way to the energy that's happening. And so for me, December, like normally I would feel a sense of wanting to sort of cocoon for this month, but I'm tapping into this. Now is not the time to rest. What is happening here this month is rather than waiting till January 1st to set your new intention, there's this invitation into the future right now. If you're on this channel, if you're listening to these videos, you are probably part of this first wave, to use a term that Sabrina Lynn uses, or this like the cutting edge of the evolutionary shift that's happening in our consciousness, in our energy body, in how we show up in the world, how we interface with one another. There's a Gemini full moon on the 4th. This is like full moons are culminations. And it's interesting because as you listen to the cards, you'll see that that's actually reflected in the card reading as well. Again, it's just every avenue, every pathway leading to the same message. And it has a lot to do with really coming to concluding patterns that don't work for you, and simultaneously inviting in, like aligning with and attuning to the future that you do want to build, the future that your DNA is like, it's vibrating towards. It's like a magnet being drawn to it. Gemini, this is communication, this is technology, this is close travels, like not going too far. This is your neighbors, your siblings. This is like videos, but it's so much about communication, and it's the full moon because our words are spells, right? So this invitation this week is we're at this crossroads. Like there's probably been a squeeze or a crunch around a pattern that is not working for you. It's keeping you small. It's keeping you unhappy. It's keeping you scared. It's maybe something you've been dragging along for your whole adult life. It needs to be let go. This is like a final shedding of the skin, and something that can help with it, at least for me, because I've been feeling a lot of anxiousness around this. Recognizing these patterns and having to face them can be very, I actually want to use the word shame. Like I'm experiencing some shame when I'm really taking an unflinching view at some of the patterns that I have seen myself recreating or seeing life recreate for me, and my response to them. And, for me, a lot of it is coming from being in a place of trying to skip ahead a few steps and not get my most basic needs met. Like, fear for rent, fear for groceries, fear for clothing, like our basic Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We have to meet those first. And I came at adulthood kind of like trying to do it from, well, if I had my vibration in alignment first, then those things would settle out. And that hasn't been the case. And so there's this really deep invitation for me to look at what is my money story? What is my agreements that I have made or belief systems I have around feeling safe, around feeling supported, around basic human needs? Because if we don't have that foundation in place, then it doesn't matter how much of this other ideas and philosophies that we toss around. Because see, Gemini is it's the third house. It's so nine house is philosophy. It's its opposite. I'm talking in opposites. So we've got philosophy and faraway travels and like big ideals. Gemini, this full moon in Gemini is like, what about real life? What about close to home? Like, how can we marry having these beautiful dreams and energetic ideas? And what philosophies or belief systems have you been holding that have maybe been running underneath that have you in a state of fear, that have you in a state of being dysregulated, that no matter how much you try to regulate your nervous system or meditate or have affirmations, there's still in your belly, there's some kind of a sense of like deep insecurity. That was interesting. What is that for you? What is your deep insecurity? This full moon in Gemini is showing you what that is. I'm like rubbing my belly here with this heart chakra, belly, coming home to yourself. What are your fears? What are your patterns of smallness and stuckness that you have been recreating over and over that need to be let go so that you can speak in, you can attune to and speak into manifestation, the future that's wanting to come in? We have to declutter this stuff. We have to arrive in this space. We have to fill our belly with deep breaths in this present moment. Use the energy on Thursday, and we're leading up to it already. It's already in the field. It's already here. So if you're feeling it, you can tap into it. If you've already done this work, if you're in a group of people that are feeling like you did a lot of this mentally emotional belief system decluttering in November, you're probably going to feel like December is just really fast paced. It's really bringing more and more and more of that future dream into reality. If you're more like where I'm at, where I thought I was doing a lot, but lo and behold, I am unearthing. I even had dreams about this last night, unearthing these rooms, in my psyche. I'm unlocking them and like, oh, yes, I still have to attend to this. If that's you, no shame. Like, but let's attend to it. Let's attend to it together. Do you want a container where you can explore yours? I would love to provide that. You can find a link below for that in the description and in the as a pinned comment. I just invite you into this energy. And then on the 5th, we've got Mercury Kazemi, the sun. So that's when it's like right in front. It's like it's on fire with the sun. It's supercharged. This is such a beautiful moment in time. So we've got the full moon the day before showing you where this is, what this is. And then Mercury lit up and supercharged by the sun. Speak your truth, like finish purging what doesn't suit you out, what is not serving you, what's been keeping you safe because it's familiar but small, that you're just so effing sick of. You're so ready to feel supported, to feel solid. Have you been having back issues? Have you been having asthma attacks? Are you finding yourself sliding back into debt or weight that you had lost or patterns and behavior in friendship where you're self-abandoning to keep them? Where have you been sort of sliding back and how can we hold the space for you to recognize what need that was trying to meet, what pattern from your childhood or whatever that was initially based in, and creating a sacred container, connecting with other energetic beings that are here to help. Like, we don't have to do this by ourselves. It's so valuable to surround ourselves with others who are holding a higher resonance. in that moment that we can attune to and align with and feel held by. Like right now in my body, there's this huge call for community, for collaborating, for coming together, for many hands making light work. If this lands, I'd love to hear about it. Comment below. Let me know how that's hitting and speak. Take this week to really, I mean, this whole month, but this week, really give yourself some space to speak, connect with, and then speak to. Write it down in the comments. Let me know what your dream is. What future world do you want to start aligning with and calling in? This is this energy this week. You can keep doing what you've always done. You can keep going down that route that is just not serving you, but it's familiar. Or you can really show up for yourself because you're so damn worth it. You can feel the shame and ask for assistance, ask for love, ask for a witness in that, and find yourself held in loving arms. And in that, step forward into this way more beautiful, way more loving, way more exciting, sparkly, beautiful world where everyone, all beings, plant, animal, mineral, planet, self, soul being, is being considered, is being celebrated, is being brought online and loved and witnessed in its wholeness. Mm, yeah. Okay. Woo! That was pretty awesome. I hope that landed. Let me know if it did. Take this opportunity. Allow the full moon. The other one last thing before I move into the meditation. Full moons are such a potent time for writing down what you want to let go of. It's a completion, it's a fullness, it's shining the light on what's ready to let go. So do that and then burn it or bury it, but let it be released from your energy body. Maybe you just visualize it like literally leaving in like your energy body. Maybe it's got like a little kink in it like this. And you could just visualize it like softening. You would be amazed at the power of visualizing stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's what wanted to come out. We've got that. Let's do our meditation together. I'm loving this right now. Let's have our hand on our chest, on your heart chakra, your other hand on your belly, on the seat of your creative forces, where relationship builds. This is bringing ourselves back into wholeness. I just want to invite you to soften or close your eyes, bringing yourself into this time and space with me in this moment, taking a deep breath in. Let your exhale be audible. Take up audible space, take up visual space, take up physical space, take up energetic space, and coming back in with a big deep breath. Arriving in this moment with your beautiful self. One last deep breath in. In this space, I invite you to set the intention for this card reading that you might have clear sight and clear feel towards which card or cards resonate and land for you, which hold the wisdom for you as you move forward in this beautiful week. And when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes and join me here. Here is our card selection this week. Card 1, card 2, card 3. Holding them here. 1, 2, 3. Which one or ones stands out for you today? Okay, card 1. If this was your selection, this is what you've got. The Judgment card. So what's so interesting is how the cards land with the astrology. So Judgment is about completion. It's such a full moon energy kind of card. This is about like outcomes. It's also, there's a quality of like a reckoning, but it doesn't have to be in a negative way. Like this is the rapture. This is like the judgment day in Bible's lingo. But it isn't to like judge you for what you've been doing wrong. This is like you're being, when the judgment card arrives in a reading, it's like the sight, your clear sight, your clear capacity to intuit. Intuition is online and you can intuit what is ready to be released, what is ready to be let go. There's like a clearing out of what isn't serving you and this welcoming in your naked, beautiful, innocent self. What do you most long for? Deconditioned from all the limitations. What wants to arrive? What are you here to serve? What are you ready to declutter and release and just liberate out of your whole life and stand there naked and just allow the sun to shine on you? Like allow your heart's longings, your deepest desires to arrive and witness those and become in service to those. So the judgment card is, oh, another word for that would be like atonement, which a good friend of mine pointed out, said it's at one mint. So atonement, like for a lot of people, when you first hear that word, it's like I'm atoning for my sins, like I'm being punished for my sins, but it's not. At one mint, it's when we can arrive, when we bring to God, to the universe, to our higher self, to our own clear sight, the fullness of what we perceive as our flaws and our mistakes and our misattunements or missteps. And we just lay them before ourselves and before God and feel this wash of forgiveness, of like just absolute loving acceptance of the whole of the self at one mint with God. I'm just going to confess my missteps so that I don't have to run from them. I don't have to hide from them. Like, here they are, you know, here they are. Here's the reality of where I'm at. And can I be honest and can I find acceptance in that? You know, this is the energy of this card. I hope that landed. What are you most embarrassed of? What are you most ashamed of? Like, what is the thing that you are you cringe and your skin kind of crawls when you imagine being public about it, right? And mine is, oh, I don't even want to say it. I'm getting all scritchy about it. But this is the reality. I have a really interesting relationship to money. And I am, especially with Christmas coming, and I'm sure a lot of other people feel this way. Like what you see here probably looks a lot nicer. Like I am like hand to mouth, some months having to even dip into my line of credit to make my rent payment. Like that is the reality of my financial. My mental health, I'm amazing. My spiritual health, I've never felt more connected and more balanced. My time in my life, I actually have more time than I need. I'd like to be working more, right? So I've created the scaffolding to allow in more work, but the having to promote myself to get that work scares the shit out of me. The having to admit that I need more and like my relationship around feeling greedy around that, like all of those things are coming up. And I'd rather just like borrow money from myself on credit than have to face the public and be like, please hire me. Isn't that hilarious? Like as I'm voicing it, I'm like, this isn't nearly so bad. So what is yours? What is your like that thing that is here that you've been negatively judging when really when you probably bring it forth will be the window or the door into exactly what you need, into community rushing forward for you, into whatever it is that you're longing, like ideas or inspiration or support or whatever it is that you are in need of that you've been hiding from, that you've been maybe hoping would just go away, or that you if you just hid it then it would be okay, but the reality is you can't hide it anymore. You're coming to this crux point. That's what this energy is all week, is like you're at this crux point. You can't keep doing what you've been doing. This is the judgment card. What is that for you? And to step over the threshold like I just did here in Lifetime, what would that be like for you? And will you find yourself liberated on the other side? Yes. It doesn't actually come crashing down and then leave you buried in rubble. Like when we arrive for the truth of where we are, a lightness arrives. There's like like I'm actually feeling it myself right now. This like, because honestly, you guys, I have been like getting like increasingly crushed down over the last couple of months with the weight of all of this. And so to just voice it, to have it be out there in the light of everyone's conscious awareness of the like 5 people that are watching this. But like, I love you guys and I never ask people to do what I'm not willing to do. And so it is this, it's bringing our soul forth. The judgment card is stripping away whatever egoic trappings we have and just arriving in the present moment with the reality of who we are and asking to be met there, to be danced with there, and to find welcome for yourself, find forgiveness for yourself, and find love for yourself through the eyes of others as well. So there we go. There's that one. I was going to try to let myself off the hook and not go, but I did. Okay, card two. Let's go here. Ready? This one right here. This is what you got. The Knight of Pentacles. So interesting about this card. The Knight is like of Pentacles. He's the only one in the deck whose horse isn't moving forward. It's standing still. And so there's this quality of patience, of the long game, of perseverance, of devotion for your dream. There's also a little bit of disappointment or a little bit of frustration that things aren't unfolding. And I would agree with that. Like I've been promoting my businesses now for a year, and I really thought I'd have way more traction by now. Like I really thought that I would be bumping along way more flush, way more solvent, financially solvent than I am. But I'm also recognizing the need to come forward and do more promotion and more networking and more just being direct and asking for the work, asking to do the readings. I also do home staging and I do interior decorating using your existing stuff. My whole philosophy is to maximize what we already have rather than buying a whole bunch of new things. And so, and creating beautiful, warm, and nurturing nests. Like that's what I'm about. I love creating a space that feels solid and nurturing. And when you walk in the door, you go, I'm home, right? So the Knight of Pentacles, if this was your card, it's like, what is your dream that you've been working towards that maybe you're feeling a little bit frustrated, hasn't come to as much fruition as you were hoping to? And can you recommit today to it? Can you come back in devotion and commitment to it? Can you trust that as long as you are taking small steps consistently, which are way more nervous system compatible and actually really they're more effective than taking huge, bold moves intermittently and inconsistently that dysregulate you, like one step at a time, one bite at a time. Just do it every day, one little uncomfortable thing at a time each day. That's the kind of thing the Knight of Pentacles is asking you into. It is scary. I mean, if it wasn't scary, you would have already let go of whatever you're meant to be letting go of and fully stepped into whatever you're meant to fully step into. But the disconnect there, sometimes it's timing. And there's often, if not always, also a component of there's something I'm afraid of. My nervous system needs some regulation. I just need to put my finger on the thing that I'm scared of. I just need to ask for a business partner to hold my hand with it so I don't have to do it all. But like, what is the thing that we're afraid of that we need to just admit to? Because it's that thing that's keeping you from where you are and where you want to go. That's the thing that's in the way of that. And the Knight of Pentacles is like, you don't even have to make huge leaps of faith on this one. Just slowly but surely, one day at a time, take those steps towards your dream. Slow down and stop as often as you need to re-regulate. It's not about shoving yourself through discomfort repeatedly. This is like a little bit of discomfort, pause, regroup, integrate. Little bit of discomfort, pause, reintegrate. So on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? This is that energy of that card. So you can trust that and trust that timing is another thing. Like as long as you're doing your step, you go this far, the universe and God will meet you like this far. She'll meet you. This creative, it's like gardening. You know, your one tiny little seed, you put that in and you water it, and then it turns into an entire cucumber plant, like with multiple cucumbers. That's the universe in action. Just plant your little seed. That's it. Consistently. Every day, plant a new seed. Hope that landed. Let me know. You want a container? You want to work with me? Hit me up, message me. You can find a link to my calendar if you just want to book direct. That's all optional too. It's in the description and in a pinned comment. Last but not least, what we got here are Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. This has a quality of disappointment. This is the squeeze, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. And sometimes we have to walk away. So in the context of the astrology this week and in the context of what we've been talking about, what we're going to be walking away from, if this was your card, are your old ideologies that don't serve you. And unfortunately, sometimes that means some friends and family too, and colleagues that want, they know you, they knew you, they met you, and they're quite, ingrained in the old pattern of you. And as you walk away, as you step into this bigger, more audacious, more beautiful, more authentic, more genuine version of you, more honest, maybe what you'll find is they don't like this. And so you'll have to walk away from them too, because in order to honor yourself and your love and your truth and your integrity, if they don't want to come with you on those renegotiated terms, then allow them to fall away. And there can be some sadness around that, in particular, if you've invested many years in those relationships or at that workplace, or, there's sometimes it can be really hard to see, to really take a close look at the old patterns that we've been holding and how we've clung to them. And we have to forgive ourselves for having done that, because it's always come from a place of self. You thought you were holding yourself. You thought you were saving yourself. Like I liken it to when I used to drink, and I thought by having that drink, that was kind of self-nourishing. I knew it was poison, but it was at the same time, it made me feel less anxious, or so I thought. So it was working. This is the thing about our old patterns that we're addicted to. And it doesn't have to be a substance, it can be a behavior, right? Is we think that it's nurturing us. We think that it's calming us down. We think that it's supporting us. That's why we use it. But there's a better, higher octave, higher vibrational option available. And that's what's calling you. It's like, hello. Yeah. I joke, I have a little bag of chips in the closet in my pantry, and it calls my name, Desi, come eat me. Because I'm practicing witnessing that and not answering the call, being like, not today, because chips is like my last Alamo of massive addiction. So can I be present when I hear the like little call of come eat me? Because if I can also attune to that, then that means I can attune to the come dream me. Step through the discomfort that it's going to take of moving out of that ingrained habit, so that I can step into that more beautiful place, that call it's not the devil on my shoulder, it's the angel, right? The call towards that higher vibration, the call towards that brighter, more like, like you feel it like this, right? So this is what we're aiming towards. But to get to this, sometimes there's a little bit of and that's okay. Don't mistake that little for the devil that's like, hey, you know what? Instead of being uncomfortable, how about you eat those chips? Or how about you have that drink? Or how about you keep playing small and don't ask for what you want? How about you keep hiding? This is asking you to come out. The full moon this week is asking you to come out and walk away from what you need to walk away from. Walk away from the people, places, things, ideologies, self concepts that you've been holding that are no longer serving you. And if you're not sure what those are, a journal prompt would just literally be what's no longer serving me, and then just free write. Like don't overthink it. Just let your pen go and see what happens. It can also be held in a container. I'm really good at seeing those patterns. They like pop out really obvious to me. So if it's something you want to just perhaps explore with me, I'd be down for that. Um, yeah, contact information is always below, description, pin comment. I hope that landed. Nugget of love for this week. Let's see what wants to come in. It's okay to be exactly who you are. We are leaving behind the time where we need to curate a version of ourselves and present that mask. We are now invited to come into a time and place where you get to be wholly yourself. Warts and all, wrinkles and all, desires, wants, wishes, dreams, and all. It's okay to screw up. It's okay to fall on your face. It's okay to make the same mistake over and over. But remember to pick yourself up. You don't have to repeat your mistakes. As soon as you become aware of them, you can start asking and for help, you can start attuning to and turning towards something that feels more expansive and more supportive. The real you is so okay. The real you is so welcome. The real you is so needed right now. Not the fake one, not the curated one, not the one that's been specially selected, but the one that is really you. Bring her or him or they or whatever, bring that online. Let that light shine in its fullness and trust that those that are aligned with you, those that are meant to move forward with you will find you in that light, and those that aren't will not. And that it's so okay. We do not have to attribute a story to them leaving or to us leaving. There doesn't need to be any blame. It's just literally not aligned. And that's so okay. Taking a deep breath, I arrive here for myself, as myself, to offer my gifts and my service to the world at large. I accept the world as it is, and I meet it with love and with grace, and with a good dose of sense of humor too. May this nugget of love land for you, that you take it forward into the week. Find some peace and some solace in the depth of your DNA, and some light and excitement with the plans and ideas as the future meets you here. With love, enjoy your week. We'll see you next Tuesday.